Joining us now from the courthouse, NBC's intelligence and national security reporter Ken Dilanian. Ken, we were just speculating about this last night, about when this might happen, and it sounds like it's a little quicker than we might have thought, and that we are going to hear from Gates very soon.
That's right, Casey, and I'll just relate to you what happened in the courtroom that led us to understand that fact. Cindy Laporta, the accountant, was on the stand being cross-examined by the defense, and Manafort's lawyer, Kevin Downing, was asking her about some very complicated tax matters, and then he said, would it change your answer if you knew that Rick Gates had embezzled millions of dollars from Paul Manafort? And then there was an objection by the prosecution, and Downing answered, well, Mr. Gates has that evidence. He's up next. And about 30 reporters scrambled out of the courtroom to let you all know that Gates
including
is
you,
going
thankfully.
to testify. Yes, not as fast as I should have been, perhaps, but Cindy Laporta is still on the stand. There's some redirect by the prosecution. Recall that she's the accountant who acknowledged submitting information on Manafort's taxes that she wasn't sure was accurate and turned out to be inaccurate and caused what prosecutors say was a tax fraud. And in the same with a bank loan, she essentially testified under a grant of immunity and sort of admitted being complicit in what prosecutors call a bank fraud. Now, Downing spent a while on the stand trying to fuzz that up and suggest that there could be alternate explanations and perhaps it wasn't criminal. Maybe it could have just resulted in an IRS fine. That really wasn't conclusive. I think the most important witness of the trial we're about to see, because it's all hanging on Rick Gates at this moment. If Manafort's defense is that Rick Gates was embezzling millions of dollars and he orchestrated this fraud, perhaps he has some evidence, because we haven't seen any of that yet.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.